Hello and welcome to another episode of the Selfish Podcast. Today we have Ayana Miller. So, welcome, Ayana. It's great to have you here. Can you just share with myself and the audience where in the world are you and what time of day is it for you?
I am from Trinidad and Tobago, and I must say the place is sunny right now, and it is 12:07 p.m.
Oh, nice. And 6 hour difference for us. It's 6 in the evening for me here in Spain, and it's sunny here too. So, we both got that in common.
Wow.
Nice weather. I always like to start with knowing where the guests are from because I think it's beautiful we can connect in this time in such ease and such distance.
Exactly.
Yeah, what I like to know to get more personal with my guests and to know them better is to start with their childhood. Can you paint me a picture of what life was like for you, say pre 10 years old?
Life has been, how should I say, it have had its ups and downs. I'm an only child for both parents, you know, trying to find who Ayana really was,
Hmm.
trying to fit in. I liked dancing a lot. But to me, I never got that push to actually, to do what I actually love. To me, I never lived with my dad, so I didn't have that father figure, that love, to show me what true love is, should I say. So I actually looked for love in all the wrong places. And I wasn't confident with myself as well.
Hmm. How did you find school as a child? What was school life in Trinidad?
It was not bad, different cultures. It was nice, you're interacting with different people, and I love to interact with different people. Should I say, growing in school, primary school, I went to all girls school, an Anglican school, which was really strict. I did dancing there. My mom went to that school, so it passed on. It was fun. I still have friendship with some of the my classmates. Then I went on to secondary school. It was a little bit different, but I coped with it. Because you have to deal with different cultures, and it's really good to learn from that as well. And knowing that your parents worked hard to put you through to school, I tried my best to make sure I did my best for my parents, and my mom was proud of me because I wanted to come out somebody good.
Yeah, I think that's a lot for a lot of people. It's the same for me. The main reason I stayed in school and put any effort in was only for my father's sake. You just want them to feel that you're doing something that they could be pleased with.
Yes.
And how do you remember, like when you was young, like the first thing you ever thought you wanted to do, be, or become, like your first dream?
I wanted to actually be a dancer, but I wanted to migrate. I always wanted to go to the US and go to a different country and be a flight attendant. That was my dream. But it all changed. So it was either flight attendant or, doing law. I did start in law. It was a little difficult, with financing and stuff. With dancing, I still dance as I get, my older age, like 20s, I still continue dancing, but I didn't get that full experience and, wasn't able to travel being young, but I got to actually travel in my 30s. And I really did appreciate that. And I thank God for that. But I worked my way up and I fulfilled that dream.
Oh, nice. And what comes to mind first? Not necessarily your earliest one, but what just floats to your mind when I say what was a struggle early in your life?
My struggle is basically, dark skin and complexion. So as my complexion and being accepted for who I am. So, different cultures, you will be treated differently. And that was a problem for me. Yeah, even in family, some family members are treated differently for different reasons. So that played a part. And it hurt. It really had hurt a lot.
Yeah, so you was getting that judgment from other people of similar colors but different tones, is what you're saying.
Yes. So you need to you want to do something like modeling or different things you want to do, but they prefer to choose somebody of a lighter complexion than what you are and give you that opportunity and look for the best in you that you can do it, bypass your physical appearance.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually had a guest maybe 10 episodes ago, really a lovely lady, and she was African American, and her struggle she brought about was also similar, but she was fair skinned. She goes, her and her sisters just were her parents were dark, but she goes, they just come out fair skinned. And she goes, her school was mainly African Americans, but they bullied them because they were too light. And they said they really
Wow.
suffered from the pressure that they weren't dark enough. And that was a real struggle for her.
Wow.
I think it's so easy that people can put judgments on any differences that doesn't fit into that, whatever the
Exactly.
majority is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you find out, like if you found anything when you was younger, what did you find gave you some form of peace or balance with coping with that?
Dancing. Because
Yeah.
dancing, I could express myself. Even when, I entered Queen Choose, I got the opportunity with a modeling agency in Trinidad, with House of Jackie, Miss Jackie Kuno. And, she saw the potential in me. She gave me the opportunity. And I was a little scared and still, two-minded, because I was thinking, these girls are pretty light skin, so, they will win the shows, or they will do better than me. So I still had that doubt within me.
Did you find,
but,
yeah, I was just going to say, did you find that putting you, is it like, was you dancing in a group or was you dancing on your own? Because I'm thinking if you was having to perform sort of on your own,
I
that would.
dance in a group, and as well for a Queen show, I dance as one of my talents. So to me, it helps me express myself.
Yeah, and it must really build your courage and confidence because you're expressing yourself to other people as well, not just on your own.
Exactly. And when I'm home, I'll probably put on the music and dance for myself. Not having anyone to teach me. It was like basically self-taught.
Yeah. And how would you describe the type of dancing that you love to do? Would you say it's like a freestyle? Is it traditional?
It's cultural. I did Indian dance. I did spiritual dance. I did calypso, and I have something called Best Village in Trinidad. We have cultural with acting and drumming and different things like that. So basically, that is what I did.
Oh, nice.
And modern dance. So I never tried jazz, or should I say ballet. I never got the opportunity to try that. I wanted to, but of course, with my age now, I can't even do it. That is out the window.
Yeah.
But
so now you're obviously older than you was when you was a teenager dealing with these things. How do you feel that event has, like, how does it play a part in your life now with your skin complexion and your confidence and where you are in life?
I am more confident. Yes, as I got older, I started to like, with friends with lighter complexion, or thinking that, I will fit in because, they are different from me, and, thinking I'll be accepted because of them. And guys will like me, because probably I line with a certain crowd, or you're doing something, they will like you for that. And I realized, they don't really like you for who you are, or only what you can give. Yeah, and then, I decided, I need to accept Christ more, go to church, probably surround myself with different people that will, uplift me, help elevate me. And I must say my pastor, encouraged me. And there was a pastor from the US, she came and she told me, you are special. God loves you despite what. You are lovely. My mom always told me that, but yes, they're telling you that. But to you, it's still doubting yourself. But yeah. I came to reality, if I keep doubting myself, I'll never reach anywhere. It will always keep me down. I'll never do what Ayana wants to do, or achieve what I want to do for myself and for my family.
Yeah, 100%. I always see self-doubt is a bit like, if you're full of self-doubt, it's a bit like getting in a car with someone that's really nervous and hesitant, and they're not going to get you to the destination, and they'll probably crash on the way.
Exactly.
But no, it's great to hear that you got through that, and again, like your mum said it to you, and sometimes when our parents say something, we can often just think you're saying that because I'm your child. Like
Yes.
it's sort of like, yeah, you're gonna say that. You wouldn't say anything different. So no, it's very nice that someone said that to you. And with faith and religion and that side of your life, was that something like you had from a child and then you drifted and went back to, or how was that in your life?
Yes, I went to church. I went to church with my grandmom, and then you drifted as you get a teenager. As I say, you feel it to beg. You want to be outside in the world. You want to experience things. You want to go on party. You want to go and hang out. So I wasn't taking that seriously. And then after going through a lot in my life, firstly with my son dad, I needed to step back and accept Christ. Yeah, because that's the only person who keep me strong and would have me grounded.
Mm. Yeah,
And that is the only person. Otherwise, I would have been a mess, a total mess. Thank God I had somebody to surround me, and my pastor was there like a father to me. So, you get that buff. I probably wanted that, but I didn't get that from my father. That buff, I know, yes, this person really cared about me, because somebody who really care about you, they will buff you because they want to see you go on the straight and narrow way, and they want the best for you.
Yeah, and sometimes they tell you they're actually more, I find people like that are more honest and truthful. They will tell you what you don't want to hear, but what you need to hear.
Exactly.
And how you said you have a son now? Is it just the one?
No, I have two kids. I have a son who's 8 years and a baby girl who is 11 months.
Oh, nice. And did you want to have more than one as you was an only child? Was there an ambition or did you not have plans?
I wanted to have a kid, but to be honest, every time I got, pregnant, I keep losing the baby. And that started to frustrate me. I was thinking, oh God, why are you doing this to me? Am I not supposed to have a child? And then I had my son, and I thinking, with my son, that relationship would have lasted. This is the person I want to be with, settle down with. I had my time already, but that didn't work out. So I said, okay, I'll be, accept as having one child. I'm fine with that. I didn't want any more. But then I came and got married, and I came and got my daughter about 4 months after. I said, sometimes it's not what you want, is what God wants for you. And children are a blessing and happen for a reason.
Oh, nice. And what's your children's names?
Amani is the boy, and Gabriella is the little girl.
Oh, nice. And if it's too uncomfortable, but I imagine other listeners, both male and female, have been through together certain aspects of life. Like I see, it's quite a big thing where people aren't able to have a child and they go through. It's a very traumatic event to occur because there's so much expectations and excitement in the process, and then for that to be taken. How did you continue was it your faith, but what gave you the strength and the courage to just continue with life?
It's faith. And firstly, having my son first, watching him, I don't want him to be disappointed in me. I need to set an example for him. What I didn't have in life, I don't want him to face what I face. I always try to tell him, I love you despite whatever someone tell you are special in your own way. You are gifted in a different way. Don't try to be like anybody else. Be like yourself.
Oh, nice. And how do you find the process of being a mother yourself?
I must say, having my daughter, it was a little unexpected and a little challenging, especially when it came with COVID. So, you have to be at home, working from home, seeing about the baby and stuff like that. At first, it was really a little challenging, but then, I started to cope with it. I said, God, you give me the strength to deal with this and try and help me to be the best parent that I could be.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was just gonna ask you as well, with COVID, something that affected everyone in some way in the world. I have no idea what happened in Trinidad, but I know it seems to have affected pretty much everyone. So what happened in your life and how did you get through it?
So I started working from home. I got married during COVID, so you didn't have the amount of people you wanted. And to me, I didn't have all the support that I think, people would have been there for me. When getting married, sometimes people don't want the best for you. They probably prefer you to be out there lining.
Yeah.
And then when I had the baby, to go and have the baby in the hospital, you can have any family support with you. It was just you alone within the hospital. No family members to come and see you. So it was a little trying because, some people say, when you are pregnant, you have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. In Trinidad, they say that, but I don't know, where else they'll usually say that. So I prayed a lot. Before I made my daughter, I prayed a lot. I said, God, I just want a baby. How you want that child to be, not who I want that child to be. That everything is functioning. And baby is healthy and I'm healthy and, we come out successful. But I worked while I was pregnant because I'm a person, I don't like to sit down. So I worked on to the end.
Yeah.
And I even wanted to work, until I'm ready to go to the hospital. And I even wanted to work when I still had the baby because I just wanted to be active. I love to be active. I love to interact with people. I cannot sit down and not do anything.
Okay. So what was you doing for work? You said you studied in law. Is it to do with that or something different?
I did certificate in law. I did business management. Presently, I worked as a Ministry of Education for 6 years. I also worked at the fashion industry. One of my boss, she was from Paris, which I actually loved. And then I found myself in insurance industry. So one day I had my son, I said, you know what, I'm going to work for that insurance company, which is Guardian Life. And my son dad had told me, yeah, right, you can never work for them. And it was like the next month I got the opportunity to work with them. So I'm there like 6 years now. And I'm a change analyst there. As well, I'm a board of director at a credit union. So I always try to look for opportunities to uplift myself and better myself.
Nice. Did you find that working in insurance during COVID, was that something that was affected? Like, did it grow during COVID, or was it something that got put aside?
No, it wasn't affected. Because to me, with COVID, people actually found that they really needed insurance, especially health and stuff. Because if you have a husband and a wife and something happened to one family member, how will that person survive?
Yeah, because that's what I was just thinking when you said that's what you was working. I was thinking, I think that industry might have gone up rather than down during this time.
Yeah, and people actually saw the importance of getting insurance as well.
Yeah.
I mean, COVID hit a lot in different countries, and it made me realize, you need to start to take care of your health as well. Yes, you're working, but if you can't take care of your health, how will you take care of your family?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of my guests that come on have online, they have a book or social media or something. As you're doing insurance, I imagine you're not that's not something you provide online, or whether you do it self-employed, but do you have a website or anything that people follow you on? I
am on Instagram. I had a small business. I wanted to have my own little business. And what I actually love is, public speaking and coaching. So I got the opportunity to be a change analyst. This is where, I assisted in coaching unit managers and agents in a new way of working within the organization. So when I got that opportunity, I was like, yeah, I actually got to do something I actually love, speaking to people, seeing a change in mindset, from people being down to make them smile.
Oh, nice. And is that an online service?
Yes, I'm working from home presently doing that.
Nice. Where can I and any listeners check it out?
Okay, so I'm on Instagram as Ayana Miller.
Mm-hmm.
So they can follow me on Instagram as well. And I have a business page that, I sell, Ayana Kisha 36. And I also have a business page, ling_ling supplies.titi, that I, started to bring in lash part. for lashes, have lashes, glues, hair products, doing different things in that area. Started to try off different things, to support my family as well, so that it can be financially stable as well.
Yeah.
And have my children live comfortable as well, until I could really branch out and get to where I want to be with public speaking and coaching. So I even did a public speaking course as well.
Nice. I'll make sure to put them links in the description as well. So any listeners, you can go check it out. And yeah, what would you say drove you to public speaking? Was it just because you like to talk to people, and like you said, or was it because the change you saw in people?
I love the change in talking to people. And, when I speak to people, people actually feel as if people say, Ayana, you could talk to anybody, because, sometimes you feel people are difficult to speak with, and I interact with them well. You're not, you can't judge somebody by just looking at someone. You must always give somebody the opportunity. I don't like to judge people.
Nice.
I like to look for the best in people. Because, sometimes you don't know what people have been through, what struggles people have been through. And by you telling them a simple word to them might give them encouragement.
Yeah, it makes me think just like the pastor said to you. It's the same thing. Like just that they didn't have to give you a long speech, just a few simple words. And you said you felt it and it was like life-changing.
Yeah.
Nice. What do you think if your younger self, let's say somewhere between 13, 15 years old, if they was to meet you now, how you are now, what do you think they would think of you?
They could think of me as somebody, inspiring. Somebody, who have went through struggles but overcome. And despite whatever challenges you have, you can still make it. Yeah. And that is the best feeling you will have when you overcome a situation.
Yeah, definitely. What do you feel is something that if someone is in a situation where they do have that obstacle they're trying to overcome, do you have any like tools or techniques or any simple things that you could suggest?
Pray a lot. Believe in yourself. Say, I can make it. Have a plan and a goal where you want to achieve. Yes, you will encounter different situations, different hurdles, but you will overcome it once you have that goal. And always remember, at the end of the tunnel, there's a light, a bright light that you can see.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think it can be quite tough, especially like a lot of people in this time now with being isolated in certain ways over the last couple of years. They've had a lot of self-reflection, and some people have seen the opportunities in their obstacles and seen that light at the tunnel, and but there's still some that are searching out there. So it's they said it can be a very turmoil time for some people. So I hope that shines some light to them and leads them down that tunnel towards the light.
Yeah. And you are special. Don't let anybody tell you, try to break you down. As a female, don't let any man try to break you down. As a man, don't let any female try to think that, you're not good enough. You have something special in you. You have a purpose.
Yeah, and it reminds me of when you said at the beginning, when you wanted to surround yourself with uplifting people. It's like who you hang around with and the people you're around. If they're all the type of people that bring you down, it's incredibly hard to grow and follow your purpose.
Exactly.
Like it's sometimes you have to not forcefully distance yourself, but find some new people, find some inspiration. I encourage people just to go online and follow accounts of people like yourself who are putting out messages that are encouraging, because at least you read or see something encouraging every day. If you don't know anyone in that way, there's a lot of them online now.
Correct.
Yeah, and I too share a lot on purpose, because I feel everyone has an innate, distinct purpose in life. And if you're not looking or you're not going with it, you're going to find a lot of discomfort in life. You're going to find a lot of frustration and friction in life.
Exactly.
part of my journey was I was born into faith, but very loose. My nan had some sort of Christian Catholic background, but it wasn't super strong. And we were the grandchildren. She took us church and stuff sometimes, but when she passed away, that sort of faded out. And then I had a lot of like childhood trauma, and I prayed and I felt that I didn't get answers. So I sort of lost my faith for like 20 years. And I didn't feel that there was a God. I didn't feel there was any sort of anything other than just a cold reality of life, and it took life to get worse and my perception to change. And that was a choice I had. And the moment I chose to live a life of faith, I was able to also live a life of joy. And then, and it's I got to taste sort of both ends and see. So part of my message that I like to share with people is that power of faith, of just having faith in life itself, that what's happening to you may just be what needs to happen, but not what you want, but you can find a way to use it to be of service, mainly to help others, to help animals, to help the environment, whatever your area of service is, but to be more productive, and to give back to life.
Exactly.
Was there anything particular we haven't covered on the podcast that you was thinking before you came on that you really wanted to share or talk about?
No, I mean, I just hope people give, especially young people, the opportunity and, reach out to them as well. Because to me, I realized with COVID, I must say there were a lot of suicidal rates. Yeah, and broken homes. So to me, love is a big part of it too, as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else.
Yeah, and that was a journey I had to go through. I didn't realize I didn't love myself. I've always been caring and kind, but not to myself. And I didn't really fully realize that until I did basically had that revelation. And then I had to work towards it, and it was uncomfortable at the beginning. It wasn't easy. It took repetition. It took consistency. But that was a big part of a change for me to go in that direction. And yeah, it made me kinder to others even more so.
Love is really important, especially now, the times we are living in.
Yeah, definitely.
Love these people despite what, and give people that opportunity. Look for the best. To me, always look for the best in others.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's like I say, it's easy to see sometimes something that can look wrong or uncomfortable, but at the same time, there's always something beautiful and something nice you could see, and it's your choice whether you want to which one you want to talk about. I met a lady today. I was out by a beautiful river in nature, and there's a lady coming along, and she was picking up rubbish as she goes going along the shore, just broken glass, bottle tops, plastic, and just collecting it. And we had a talk because I do the same everywhere I go, always pick up rubbish and put it away. And we both related over like that. When I see it as I'm lucky that I'm in a position to pick it up rather than getting angry or frustrated that it's there. Because if I get angry and frustrated, I just am the one that feels uncomfortable. It doesn't. Exactly. It's just me that feels bad. And that anger doesn't serve anyone else. So I just try and look to be grateful and appreciative of wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, and try not
to make a change.
Yeah.
And make a change as well.
And I think that possibility of change. So thank you for coming on the podcast, because you're sharing your story. And I think this is part of a journey for a lot of people. It's just hearing other people's lives journeys that there is a possibility of change. There is a possibility of growth. Life doesn't always have to be that painful.
Exactly.
But no, yeah, so thank you so much for coming on. We're getting near to the end of the show, and I just have a few simple, short, fun questions to ask you. Do you have time for them?
Sure.
If you had to choose one, a cat or a dog?
Sorry?
If you had to choose one, a cat or a dog?
A duck.
What's your favorite color?
Pink.
What would you say in the simplest terms? What excites you and motivates you?
What motivates me? My children.
Nice. What does the opposite? What shuts you down and takes your energy down?
Sorry?
What does the opposite? What sort of shuts you down? What closes your energy down?
When someone, when I can't get an opportunity to do something and someone keep blocking me,
Nice.
that negative energy.
Yeah. And what sound or noise do you love?
Rain falling on the rooftop.
Oh, nice. I do love that sound. It's very refreshing. I know I've met some people that said it's so horrible. And I'm like, oh, it's so nice. It's so calming.
Yeah, I love it.
What sound or noise do you not like so much?
A loud, unexpected bang.
Yeah. What do you love about yourself?
I love that, I could make others laugh and I could be me, Ayana, not somebody else.
Nice. What do you love to see in other people?
I love to see other people happy. Smile.
Nice. And very last question. What do you love about animals? This can be animals in nature or pets.
Puppy, I love Pompex, the cute little dogs. Just to see them come to cuddle under you.
Nice. No, it's been great to chat to you and hear your journey and your story. And was there any last words before we close the show?
Just want to say, believe in yourself, have faith, and the main person that loves you is God. Don't think you are here by chance. You are here for a reason.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. And thank you again, Ayana, for being on the show. And for the listeners, please check the description for all her links. And yeah, I really wish you the best. And yeah, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for being.
Pleasure.
Thank you for being open and authentic and being yourself, most of all.
No problem.
Have a beautiful day. I think you said it's early in the morning for you. Well, early afternoon for you.
It's lunch. Yes.
A whole day ahead of you. And it sounds like you're going to be busy because it sounds like you don't stay still too long.
No, I don't.
Enjoy the rest of your day and thank you again for being on the show.
Take care.
Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right. I just before we cut it, I'm just going to cut the podcast there. I was just going to say thank you again, and I will send you an email. Your podcast episode will be out in a couple of Sundays, but I will send you an email closer to the date with the links.
No problem. And you can always reach out to me if you need me for anything.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll send them. I've got you already sent your pictures and your links, I think, in the email as well. So I think I've got everything.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Take care. All right, bye. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Selfish Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and leave a review if you can. It really helps other people find the content. And if you gain something from this, maybe someone else will too. I truly appreciate you being here. I'm grateful for every single one of you. You inspire me to continue to create content on YouTube, podcasts, and as many platforms as I can online. So thank you so much. Big thank you to my patrons out there. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be online. If you'd like to become a patron, go to patreon.com/Luke Greenheart. All the links will be in the description. And don't forget, you can get my free copy of my book, The Self, Who Am I?, which gives clarity to identity and direction to your purpose through beautiful insights and perception. So go check that out. You can get it free at lukegreenheart.com/free. Remember, links in the description. It's also available as a paperback on Amazon. Have a beautiful day. I truly appreciate you. Love life, love yourself, love others. Thank you again for being here.